Morning, guys. So I've been following this election stuff pretty obsessively for a while. Just a couple things I wanted to say. I wanted to get off my chest. I wanted to make sure that it was understood by me and by anybody else. I don't believe it. I do not believe what I'm being told. I have zero confidence in our election. Zero. I have zero confidence in the politicians that were voted in, that were elected to represent me. Zero. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, there's about 5% of them that I can say, okay, they're at least trying to do the right thing. But we have seen all kinds of things happen. We've seen every excuse in the book. We've had all the evidence put in front of us. And it doesn't seem like there's enough. And yet it all still keeps coming in. But everybody tells us, oh no, that's not evidence. In any court of law, 500 signed affidavits under penalty of perjury would be evidence enough to convict somebody and give them the death sentence. We're talking about an election. We're talking about probably the most important thing any of us will ever do in our lives is vote. And you're trying to tell me that my vote doesn't matter. Because from what I see, it looks like money is the person that is the thing that elected the president. Look, I don't care about your dates. I don't care about December 8th. I don't care about January 20th. I don't care about any of that. Your dates mean nothing to me because I have zero confidence in the results of this election. And you want to talk about a burden of proof? That burden of proof needs to go to our government. Because I'm not alone. I'm not alone in not having any confidence in our election process. So there's the burden of proof. It's on you. Prove to me that it's true. Because as it stands right now, I don't see it. I see way too many irregularities, way too many excuses, way too many videos, affidavits. And I keep hearing the same thing. Oh, that's not enough, that's not enough, that's not enough. Well, what do you want to see? What's going to be enough? Nothing. Because politicians have been bought and paid for by big tech and big media and whoever the hell else is in on this. Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, has been one of the best presidents we've ever had. And yeah, there's things he's done and said and tweeted that I don't agree with. Sure. But that doesn't mean that he didn't have the best motive in our country, for our country. He fought for us. And he fought for us whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, or whatever. He fought for every citizen of the United States. And this is how people will show their appreciation. So let me make something really clear. If Joe Biden is determined to be our president, no, I'm not moving to Canada. Yes, I will tell you that he is my president. No, I won't have shirts made, and I won't expect any news media organization to talk bad about him or anything. All news is supposed to do is just give us the facts, and you guys suck. You guys have not given us any facts. You guys have given us all a myth, and you say fact check this and fact check that, and this has been debunked, and that's been debunked. Give me a break. Why don't you guys actually do your job? If I did my job the way that you do yours, I'd be fired in a week. 4 days. And you guys are actually, only God knows how, still employed. We the people demand accuracy, integrity, honesty. That's what we want. At this point, it has nothing to do with Republican, Democrat, or Independent. It has everything to do with the fact that we are American citizens who have a right to know who was elected into the position of President, Senate, or into the House of Representatives or Congress or anything we deserve. We're the ones we are entitled to. Have confidence in that. And you guys are giving us zero. I'm going to say the numbers again. 70% of Republicans and 30% of Democrats believe that there was some hullabaloo in our election this year, in the 2020 election. It's sad. Personally, I don't care if you have to recount the entire country. Signature verification, check and make sure that there's no dead people on the voter rolls, all of that. There's no excuse for that. None. There's no excuse for dead people on the voter rolls. It's 2020. Facebook can tell you that these people are dead before the voter rolls do. It's ridiculous. Look, the mail-in ballots are not a problem if they're being signature checked. If they're not being signature checked, then what the hell is it? It's a piece of paper. All these videos coming out. You know, look, I don't know. But isn't that the point? I don't know. I want evidence. I want proof. You know, we're leaving this country for our kids, for our kids' kids, for our kids' kids. And what we do is of great importance to them and to every future generation. This election, one way or another, will be written in history forever. Can we let the history book say that we did whatever it took to make sure that our elections were honest, open, free, and fair? Can we please do that? So that way when my kids look back on this day and they're learning about it in their history book, they're not going, wow, Dad, the world was really screwed up, huh? Yeah, honey, it was. I want them to say, wow, Dad, you guys held nothing back to find out the truth. You know, we look back on our history back to about 1776 or so, and we admire the fact that the people stood up and went against a tyrannical government. Well, here's our chance. Here's our chance to be the people that stands up against a tyrannical government. I'm not calling for violence, so don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that we should attack our politicians or burn down our country or riot or anything even remotely like that. I'm not even saying that we should, speak ill of Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. I don't think we should. They're people. But isn't that the point? They're only people. Supposed to be just like you and I. Give us confidence. Give us trust. Give us unmatched integrity. Here's 2020. This year can go by as the worst in human history in a very long time, in many different avenues. But it can also be known as the year that America stood up for the truth. Whoever you are, wherever you're at, and whatever you believe, stand up for the truth. Every single politician out there, every single person in office that has been elected to represent us should be standing up for the truth, Democrat or Republican. Period. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not about parties anymore. It's about our democracy. Former Vice President Joe Biden should be one of the first ones standing up and saying, hold on, guys, there's a little bit of hokey pokey going on around here, and I want to make sure that I know what's going on so that way when I'm elected in, I'm not called an illegitimate president, because we know that's what happens, right? We know that happens. We already figured that out. So the media calls the race. The media doesn't call the race, but they decided to anyway. And they expect us, the people, to believe them, the media. Should we go back into the past 4 years and pull out every single lie we've been told by the media? Every single omission that has been left out by the media? And you know, it seems like they just get away with it. Oops, we made a mistake. Jack Dorsey. Oops, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have censored that. You're damn right. You're not in a business of censoring. That should not be your business. If you're going to fact check something, fact check it. Not opinion check. Don't look at it and say, oh, I don't agree with that point of view, so therefore I'm not going to let that make its rounds. I want to know how other Americans are feeling. I don't go on Facebook anymore. I haven't been on Facebook in 5 years. Minus a few spots every now and again. Because you just can't trust what's out there. Just can't. So give us our honest answers. Give us our integrity. Show us that there was absolutely no hullabaloo going on in our election, so that way we can have confidence and we can get on with the rest of our lives. Please. That's all we want. We just want to know. Put it in front of a court. If these judges would stop dismissing cases and start listening. If the media would stop being partial and start reporting. If Americans would stop being passive and start resisting peacefully, this would turn out a whole different way. So can we do that? I personally am tired. 2020 has kicked my ass. Good Lord. But out of everything that's happened, this has been the hardest. Because it's reduced my faith in our democracy. Substantially. So let's do something about it. Let's talk about it. Let's find out what's really happening. And if Joe Biden is elected the President of the United States in a free and fair election, then so be it. That is A-okay with me. But unfortunately, 70% of Republicans and 30% of Democrats don't believe that that's the truth. Give us what we need. Give us integrity. Give us peace of mind. That's really all we're asking for, is peace of mind. Give us the truth. No matter what it is, no matter how hard it is to accept, no matter who it makes look bad, if you want people to write good things about you, do good things. If you want people to write bad things about you, do bad things. Period. That's how it works. Can't talk negatively about somebody who's not doing anything wrong. Well, I mean, you can. CNN. All I'm saying is just give us the truth. The burden of proof lies on you, because we've already seen way too much that has called the actual results into question. So now you have to prove it. You don't want to have to prove it, then stop doing shady stuff. I hope that when my kids are older, I leave them behind a democracy. That I give them a choice in who is elected. That I give them the right to vote, the right to speak. To say what they need to say. To do what they need to do. This is our opportunity. This is our opportunity. This is our 1776. Where we fight against a tyrannical government peacefully. I am not condoning rioting. Where we find out the truth and we see where that takes us. We, the people, demand it. We demand integrity. We demand honesty. We demand our elections be free and fair.